Welcome to Module 3, Lesson 1. Let's go deep on VLANs. Over the next few slides, we're going to move past the textbook definition and look at VLANs the way a network engineer actually thinks about them. As a design discipline, that means understanding the ranges you're allowed to play in, choosing numbers that make sense, and planning a scheme you won't regret 6 months from now when something breaks at 2 in the morning. So let's map out the playground. VLAN IDs live in a space from 1 to 4094, but it's not one flat pool, it's carved into ranges with different rules. VLAN 1 is the default, and you can't delete it. 2 through 1001 is the normal range where almost every VLAN you'll ever configure actually lives. Then 2 through 1005 is reserved for legacy token ring and FDDI, quietly taking up space for history's sake. And everything from 1006 up to 4094 is the extended range, reserved for larger networks that genuinely need that headroom. Now that you know the ranges, the real skill is using them with intention. Start by grouping VLANs by function. One for data, one for voice, one for management, one for guests, so each role has its own lane. Then map each VLAN to exactly one IP subnet, a clean one-to-one relationship that makes routing and troubleshooting predictable. Pick a numbering scheme you can defend, like 10 for sales, 20 for engineering, 99 for management, and write it all down with clear names. A messy VLAN plan will haunt you at 2 in the morning. A clean one quietly does its job. Let's see that one-to-one rule in action. Sales sits on VLAN 10 with a 168 10.024 subnet. Engineering on VLAN 20 uses 192.68.20 24, voice on 30, takes the 30.0 network, and management on 99 lives in 192.168.99.24. And notice a trick. The VLAN ID becomes the third octet of the subnet. It's not a protocol requirement, just a convention, but the moment you see traffic from 192.168 to 2045, you instantly know it's engineering. That kind of readability pays dividends every time you open a packet capture. That readability mindset carries straight into the habits that separate pros from amateurs. Rule 1. Don't use VLAN 1 for anything real. It's the default. Every switch ships with it, and attackers know that. Change the native VLAN on your trunks to something unused, so untagged traffic can't sneak into a production segment. Prune your trunks to only carry the VLANs that actually need to cross. And finally, shut every unused port and dump it in a parking VLAN that goes nowhere. Small disciplines, huge payoff when things go sideways. And that's a wrap on VLAN ranges and design discipline. Next up in Lesson 2, we're tackling VTP, the VLAN Trunking Protocol, and the bigger picture of managing VLANs at scale across multiple switches. If this lesson clicked for you, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. And remember, the full course is waiting for you over at Dargslan.com. See you in the next one.